Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy DB2, man. Listen, we got some story times, man, about my time at Utah State. So, before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe, all right? Because it's about to get real juicy in this episode. We're going to answer some questions first, and then we're going to get into it, baby. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so look, the first question I got, for some Aggie fans, Utah State fans on Twitter. Hey man, before I get into it, man, listen. Those fans in Logan are some of the nicest people I ever met in my life. My mom never been to Utah. My family never been to Utah. They had a great time. They showed great hospitality. Logan, man, they're so nice out there. I remember I lost my wallet in the airport, and it was returned to me with everything in it. Where I'm from, that don't never happen. So shout out to everybody in Logan, Utah. But here's the first question. So I was asked who had the better hair between Jalen Moore and Sean. I'm gonna say both. But you can't, man, that was such a unique duo with that whole thing at Utah State, with the whole hair thing, man. Like, because Sean had hair from like House Party, you know what I'm saying? Jalen had the big fro that I don't think I ever touched. I don't think I ever touched those guys' hair, which I kind of regret now. But I'm gonna have to go with a tie. I wanted to say something, but I'm not gonna say it. But I love both of those guys, man. Sean and Jalen, real true Aggies. Those guys, man, true definition of leadership. Sean and Jalen. But yeah, I have to go with a tie, because I don't even want to pick, to be honest. The second question was, had I seen snow before I got to Logan? I did. It was my first time. We flew to Virginia for a basketball tournament, and I packed only shorts, and that was my introduction to the snow. So no, Logan was not my first time seeing snow. Another question was, did I know any Mormons in Fort Myers? Now that I went to Utah State and interacted with Mormons, I didn't know back then as a kid they were Mormons. I just thought they were people that got lost in the hood and was trying to push this God agenda on us, whatever religion is. I'm sorry, the Mormonism, however you want to pronounce it. I just thought there were some lost white kids in the hood and just was walking by faith. That was my first time ever being introduced to being a Mormon, but I didn't know at the time until I got to college. So no, I didn't know any, but I seen them plenty of times before. Just didn't know they were Mormon. Another question that I liked, I found it triggered. They were what did the people say when back home when I decided to commit to Utah State? They didn't say anything. I was at Miami-Dade in my room with my roommate. I was talking to my brother Lat, and I got two coaches called me from another university, and I just got fed up. I was like, you know what, bro? I'm tired of these coaches blowing up my phone. Like, I'm just gonna end this right now. I committed to Utah State, and the reason I committed to Utah State was when I was ineligible. When they first came to Miami-Dade and saw me, I was ineligible. Everybody pulled a scholarship offer besides Utah State. So Utah State kept the offer on the table and waited until I became eligible. Well, they didn't wait. They just was like, hey man, listen, we're gonna keep our offer on the table even though you're ineligible, and it's gonna stand when you become eligible. So I took that as like, damn, they really want me. So that's why I committed to Utah State. And I knew it was serious with Utah State because Coach Jones and Coach Duria came and saw me twice in 1 week to watch me practice. Not even a game, to watch me practice. That's how I knew it was very serious. So that's, and to get back on the question, a lot of people back home, they didn't really know. It was like, it just felt right. And I called my dad. I was like, hey, I'm going to commit. And I just put it on Twitter and I committed like that. Called Coach Duria and I committed. And the last question before I get into story times, did I fight David Collette? No, I didn't fight any teammates on the team. I didn't fight any of my teammates on the team. We did get into some arguments, but it never got that bad until for fists to get exchanged. Never got that bad. Because I'm a firm believer of, if you a friend with somebody and if you have to fight, I feel like it can't be friends after that. That's just me. I won't fight my friends. I might get in an argument with them, whatever, but no, I wouldn't. I never got in a fight with David at all. Shout out to David Collette though. But let's get into the story time. So boom, this is what y'all been waiting on. So, all right. I'm gonna tell you, okay, so it was, I don't know what day it was, but I know it was practice, all right? And it was getting real chippy that day. And it felt like everybody in there was just aggravated. So we were running 5-on-5. So we had this time period in practice where we did like our 5-on-5s. First one to 5 win, and the other team, like white versus blue, and the other team had to run whoever don't get to 5. And so we kept running this play where the big man always was setting a lot of screens. But one thing about our big man on our team in practice, it just felt like they hated us. Because I feel like us the guards, me, Shane, Henry, Chris, Jalen, all of us, bro, I felt like we got need the most by our big man more than the opposing players' team. They kept hitting us in our knees, man. We'd just get aggravated because we're like, dang, we got to fight over the screen. Keep getting hit with the knee. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, they're like throwing a little elbow, a little extra, picking and rolling, you know? I guess I got to say names. So while that was happening, you know, Elston hit me with a little knee. You know, I'm messed up, but I ain't trying to fight Elston. So I get subbed out. Shane comes in. Shane Rector, and Lou Evans set a screen on him. And let me put this disclaimer out there. Lou was a hell of a player, played real hard. Lou was one of those players that you would love to play with, but hate playing against. Because Lou, he plays so hard, he gonna hit you, bowl you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get dirty. He gonna try to get his buckets, you know what I'm saying? So in practice that day, I'm sitting on the side and I'm drinking water and I'm talking to like John, and I'm like on the other end. I'm just sitting down for some reason because they went down the floor. We were playing 4. And I just remember Shane like tell Lou like, bro, you gonna stop setting dirty screens, illegal screens on me? And Lou like shrug it off, you know what I'm saying? So that was the first time. So it happens again. And Shane was like, Lou, bro, I'm not gonna tell you no more. You hit me with another screen, a dirty screen, and I'm gonna hit you. So being where I'm from, if somebody threaten you or like warn you like that, you gotta take heed to that. Like you just can't brush it off, you know what I'm saying? Even though like, so Lou shrugged it off again. Like, so what? Like, I'm gonna hit you again. That third time came. He did it again, and he hit Shane kind of hard. And I just remember Shane like grunting in pain, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And as I'm looking down, like he set a screen, and Shane fell. They stopped the play. Shane got up, grimacing in pain, but as he's getting up, Lou is walking away. And you just see Shane wind up. Boom. Lou fell. Then I just remember like Coach Wilson like, did he just do what I think he did? And I'm looking like, hey, yo. Lou on the ground holding his head. They grabbing Shane. And then I just remember our manager at the time just started crying. Sam was our trainer. He ran on the floor. Catered to Lou. Shane got kicked out of practice. I don't know if we were finished practice or what. But I just knew that event led up to the next event. Lou had got concussed and was out of there. So the captains, coach sat us down, you know what I'm saying, and was like, how long should we suspend Shane? I think everybody said like a week and a half, something like that. Shane had to, you know, I don't know if he had to go to anger management or he had, you know, apologize to the team. Cause I think he couldn't practice for a couple of days, apologized to Lou. But I don't think Lou ever like accepted that apology at all. Like I thought it was gonna get to the point where Lou parents were gonna press charges. So all the captains at the time, it was me, David, Jalen, and Chris. Everybody agreed to, I think, a week and a half, 2 weeks for him being suspended. This is before the season. And this is for that game before we lost to that D2 team. And when that happened, I think it was kind of like a rift in the locker room. Like, we were divided in a sense. So that's when we played that D2 team. We lost. And then that next practice, you know, we had to be at practice waiting, taped up, such and such. Everybody's in there, but David's not in there. So we're like, man, where David's at? Where David at? They calling David. David come in there fully clothed. Was like, hey man, I gotta talk to y'all. So I'm like, okay. It was totally unexpected. Like, I did not expect this at all. They was like, yeah man, I just come here man to man. Letting you guys know I'm going to transfer to Utah. And that's all I remember because I walked out. Because I'm like, yo, this our senior year. You know what I'm saying? We did pretty good the following year, so the expectation was kind of high. And we're losing a Mountain West all first team, second team player. Just like that. Right before the season started, like right before our first game, we just lost 15 and 7 rebounds like that. I just walked out because I'm like, bro, like it's no way like you really did this. Like you could have did this summertime or something. You did this right before the start of the season. So excuse my language. So I was like, fuck David at the time because I'm like, bro, that's selfish, bro. Because also too with me as well, I thought about transferring, but I didn't do it because of the simple fact of they was loyal to me. So I was like, man, I gotta be loyal to them. And as well, before that season, I was thinking about it in summer, but I'm like, nah, man, I just gotta get in better shape and come back. And prior to that season, like that October, my sister had passed. So that whole season, I also was fighting with that. So I'm also fighting with that. I'm gonna have to deal with my play being up and down. And mind you, this is another thing you guys never understood too. My first time ever playing point guard was at the University of Utah State. Like my junior year when I got there, when I started, one day Coach Stu came to practice, Darius, you not playing two, you playing point. And that was my first time ever playing point guard. Like I was literally learning how to play point guard on the fly. So it was games where I had good games. There was games I had bad games. Like my confidence was fluctuating through that whole season. I'd be good here. I'm all over the place, man. Like I don't know if y'all didn't see it, but man, I used to doubt myself a lot because I never played point guard. When I got down, I felt like I wasn't being utilized how I should, but I'm also a team player. So I sucked it up, man, and paused. And was a team player, man. Did what coach asked me to do. And yeah, man, David transferred, and the year happened how the year happened, man. That was a tough year. Like, it was tough. My senior year was tough. It was tough. Like, I think I had got so depressed that year. Like, in the off season, no, during the season, I was so depressed. Bro, I think I went from being 200 pounds to I think I got to like 230 at one time, bro. Because I was just like binge eating, eating bad, not sleeping. It was bad, bro. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. But all in all though, man, I had a great time at Utah State. Had a great time. Those guys gave me an opportunity to do something that I always dreamed of, and that when I thought I couldn't achieve it, I achieved it. I went to Utah to get away from Florida. I could have stayed at home. I didn't want to. I wanted to get away and grow as a man and experience different things. And I got to experience the mountains, see deer, met other guys that was in the same boat as me from different parts of America. And that was dope, man. Made some great friendships at Utah State. I just wish things could have been better. I kind of wish Stu didn't retire. Well, at least with me. Finished out my 2 years there with me. Kind of didn't, because Stu was a real good coach, and he was a player's coach. Like, he listened to his players, and hey man, everything happens for a reason, man. Drury became the head coach, stayed there for a couple years and was gone. But I can't complain about my time at Utah State at all. Like I said, I got my family from Florida to go to Utah. Never in my life thought I would went to Utah, especially to play basketball. Got to experience some things, and I don't know if I was like the first or second on my mom's side, on my dad's side, to graduate from college. That's a big accomplishment, man. So I'll forever be thankful to Utah State. I even got Utah State tatted on me, so I'll forever be grateful for them. I gotta get a degree. Like I said, and I built great friendships and relationships with people that I feel I will be in contact with till my time is called. So I'll forever be grateful for Utah State. Shout out to all the fans. Shout out to the fans that keep in contact with me. If you on Twitter, man, you want to talk to me, ask me questions, anything, just hit me up. I'm not one of those. I like to interact with people, because there was a time where I was a fan of people never got interacted with. So you never know, man. You can help somebody or brighten somebody's day. But listen, man, that's the end of today's video. Thank you guys if you made it this far. Like, comment, subscribe once again. But it's your boy DB2. We out.